Hello everyone, welcome back, and this is me Anam and you are watching Biology Nexus. So in the previous video, as we discussed about the biological classification and we discussed about the different scientists work who attempt their work and do contribution in the biological classification, like we discussed the work of Ernst Mayr and Collis Linnaeus, then there is a R.H. Whitaker, then there is a Copeland. So today we'll discuss about the five kingdom classification system. That idea was given by R.H. Whitaker, and we discussed this classification system in detail. As we discussed in the previous video, the five kingdom classification system actually consists of Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. Now we'll discuss about the differentiation, that what kind of a differentiated organism that present in all these kingdom. So the first one we have cell type. Cell type. As we discussed earlier, all the organisms that present in kingdom Monera are actually the prokaryote, the single cell prokaryotes. The single cell prokaryotes, while all the organisms that present in kingdom Protista are single cell eukaryotes. While in the kingdom Fungi, Plantae, Animalia, all organisms are eukaryotes. So this is the differentiation according to the cell type. The next one we have cellular organization. Cellular organization. So according to a cellular organization, as we know about prokaryotes are actually the single cell prokaryote, single cell. So they are unicellular, while Protista are single cell eukaryotes, unicellular. And in case of fungi, yeast is actually the single cell, while all the other organisms that present in this kingdom are multicellular. In case of kingdom Plantae and Animalia, they are also have cellular organization, then tissue level, then organ system level. I mentioned cellular, then tissue level, then organ and organ system, and the same in case of kingdom Animalia. So this is the basic differentiation among all that organism that present in these kingdom according to the cellular organization. So the next one we have cell wall. Okay. In case of Monera, all the organisms that present in this kingdom, their cell wall consists of actually polysaccharide. Polysaccharide is actually one kind of the sugar, and the organism that present in this kingdom, their cell wall consists of polysaccharide. And in case of Protista, they are actually non-cellulosic. And in case of fungi, their cell wall consists of chitin. This is actually the most important question. Mostly this question is asked in the examination, that the fungus animal or the fungus organism, this cell wall consists of chitin. Now the question is actually, okay, their cell wall consists of a chitin. What is the composition of chitin? So The chitin is actually composed of N-acetyl glucose amine, and some of the students also known as is called N-acetyl glucose amine. So when you Google it, it's N-acetyl glucose amine. You can also say that N-acetyl glucose amine. So the composition of chitin is actually this, and this is the most important question related to the kingdom fungus or kingdom fungi. So the next one, plantae. As we know, all the trees are present in kingdom plantae. So their cell wall is actually consist of cellulose. And in kingdom animalia, they do not have cell wall. Whether they have cell membrane, or let's say plasma membrane. As animal and human, they do not have cell wall. Plasma membrane. Okay. So this is the differentiation among all that living organism according to the cell wall. So the next one we have mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition. When we talk about the mode of nutrition, actually all you know about the decomposer. Decomposer actually are those organisms that break down a dead or decaying organism, you know. And when we talk about the mode of nutrition in Monera, actually they have two type of nutrition. The one is autotrophic and the other is heterotrophic. Autotrophic, who can prepare their own food. Heterotrophic, who cannot prepare their own food. And when we talk about the autotrophic, they are actually divided into two, that is photosynthetic and the other is chemosynthetic. Photosynthetic, photo means light. So those organisms that can prepare their food in the presence of light, and chemosynthetic are those organisms that can prepare their food in the presence of chemical. While in case of hetero, they are actually again two types, parasitic and the other one we have saprophytic. So parasitic are actually those organisms who can take their food, who can take their nourishment from the host body, you know. These are actually the parasitic organism. If inside it's endoparasitic and if outside it's ectoparasitic. While the saprophytic are those organisms who can take their food from the dead or decaying organism. Mostly we are talking about the bacteria. When we are talking about the Monera and the mode of nutrition in the Monera, we are actually talking about the bacteria. Okay, this is the mode of nutrition that occur in kingdom Monera. The second one we have Protista. In kingdom Protista, they also have autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic. In case of autotrophic, we mostly find photosynthetic mode of nutrition. Okay, one thing about kingdom Protista, when we talk about the euglena, actually euglena is the organism that have some particular behavior in the presence of sunlight. When we talk about the photosynthetic, in the presence of sunlight they can prepare their food, but they can also prepare their food when there is no sunlight. Like in the same way, or we can say in a different way, it also behave like a photosynthetic, it also behave like a autotrophic mode of nutrition, and also behave like a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So that is the reason it's actually called mixotrophic. Why mixotrophic? Because sometimes it behaves as a photosynthetic autotrophic and sometimes it behaves as a heterotrophic. This is that's why it's known as mixotrophic mode of nutrition that actually shows euglena. So the next one in the kingdom fungus or kingdom fungi, they also show heterotrophic mode of nutrition, as we discussed in kingdom Monera, parasitic and saprophytic mode of nutrition. So they cannot prepare their food. While in kingdom Plantae, okay, the second last we have autotrophic mode of nutrition, and in autotrophic mostly photosynthetic. In the presence of sunlight, when the sunlight is present, all the plant can prepare their food. This process is actually also known as a photosynthesis. Yes, the last one we have kingdom Animalia. Okay, in kingdom Animalia, and all the human beings are also included in this kingdom, we cannot prepare our own food. So heterotrophic. Okay. In heterotrophic, as we already discussed, two types, parasitic and saprophytic. But in case of kingdom Animalia, there is actually holozoic mode of nutrition. What is holozoic? We discuss. Holozoic mode of nutrition, actually, as we know, when human intake food, like we just intake food and we just drink and different substances into our body by absorbing it, this process is actually known as ingestion. Ingestion. Okay, after ingestion, the food, when this food get into our body, it will be break down, and this process is known as digestion. Digestion. Okay, when the food enter into our body, of course after that it will be digested, and after digestion, the third one we have assimilation and assimilation. Assimilation actually can be defined as the process, and we can say that movement of that digested molecule into the cell of the body, and where they used. Actually, when we just intake food and the food enter into our body, it circulate and it provide energy all of our body, not only the alimentary canal, or we can say the food pipe, not only those organs that actually help into the digestion. In fact, all food particles and they provide energy into our whole body, the circulation of energy into the whole body. This is actually the assimilation. And the last one we have excretion. Excretion mean we can say the process by which animals get rid themselves of waste product. Like when the food digested, the absorption will be done, the assimilation will be done. Then the last one, excretion, all the waste product will be released from our body in the form of excretion. So this is actually the holozoic mode of nutrition that present in human being. Okay, it's all about the differentiation among all that organism that present in 5 kingdom. And of course, in the next video, we'll discuss about in detail all of these kingdom like Monera, Protista. So it's all about the 5 kingdom classification system. It's all about the today lecture. In the next video, I'll try my level best. We'll discuss about all these kingdom in detail, because all the kingdom have the very large diversity among themselves. So we have to be discuss all of them. So it's all about today. It's all about today lecture. If you like this video, so please like it, and also subscribe my channel. And of course, I'm also waiting for your suggestion and for your feedback. If you wanna suggest and if you wanna recommend any topic that you wanna learn, so it will be considered important. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care.